Welcome to the Lion's Den. Let's go. Let's go. What's going down, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Lion's Den podcast with your boy, MIKEO, over here, and my co-host alongside with me,
Money Compton. What's poppin'?
Hey, and you know what we're gonna do every single podcast, I think, starting now, is, man, if it's like, there's always, every day, it's always something, right? It's some type of holiday. It's national something. Well, today, happy Veterans Day. I can tell you personally, thank you for your services, man. So, yeah, happy Veterans Day, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Happy Veterans Day to everyone else who served, the people I've gotten to serve with over a course of a little bit more than 10 years of my life. I was in the United States Army. So, and everybody that's still out there serving, shout out to them as well, and people who've served. So I hope everybody got to eat good. There's a whole lot of free stuff out there. I know Applebee's, Olive Garden, I think Krispy Kreme, just to name a few places that were giving out free stuff today. So hopefully everybody was able to get something for the sacrifice that they did for this country. So, yeah, thank you. It means a lot. And, you know, I'm super grateful that I still got 10 fingers and 10 toes in this money maker right here. So, so there's that. So, but thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, man. And like I said, to everyone else who've served and continue to serve, shout out to y'all as well. So, you know, it is what it is.
For sure, man. Dope.
So with that being said, man, we got a great show tonight, packed up. Let's just get into it. I think today is day number 2 officially of the next gen consoles, bro.
Next gen. Wait. So what? Okay. So what's the dealio? Because everyone's talking about the Series X, Series S. When isn't the PS5 supposed to be coming out? Like, that's tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
So PS5 comes out tomorrow. Yeah. So I mean, I don't have the actual Xbox here with me. It's actually set up downstairs. I put it together and I've been playing the little bit that I can play with it, and we'll definitely go into that right now.
So how many games have you played? How about that?
Legit, like a full game, like one. I've been able to play like a demo mode or like a tutorial version while the game is still downloading in the background. That would probably be like 1.5. So I got one game fully downloaded. I got two games. I kid you not, bro. They've been downloading for 24 hours now. 24 hours.
It's pretty rough.
It got to the point where last night I was tripping. I was like, man, maybe it's my cable. Like, you know, maybe it's my internet provider. So I called my internet provider. I was like, yo, you know, you guys are known to like throttle and, you know, kind of control the bandwidth of the Wi-Fi and the internet and stuff. So I called him like at 11 something last night. I was like, yo, what's popping? You know, why is my Wi-Fi so slow? And they were like, well, let's do some testing. So they had me do the whole Geekbench thingy to see what my downloads, and I was at like over 160 megabits per second or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's solid.
So they were like, your Wi-Fi is solid, and they were like, what are you trying to download? And I said, well, I'm trying to download a game. And they was like, did you get a new console? And I said, yeah. And they were like, did you get the new Xbox? And I said, yeah. And they said that basically Xbox servers aren't like they're just overloaded right now to the point where everyone's downloading their games or trying to download content onto their new Xbox system. So yeah, I was down to, I kid you not, whatever's lower than megabits per second, it was lower than that. Like it was down to like whatever kbps, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I was at
kilobytes.
I was like, okay, so I was at kilobytes per second at one point today.
Jeez.
And I've been averaging anywhere between wireless at 19 megabits per second. And then when I got an Ethernet cable, I was at the highest around 32, 33 megabits per second. So I say that saying, and then on top of that, I have the power source mode where basically it's supposed to be downloading in the background. So when you turn the Xbox off, it's supposed to be downloading. It don't do that. It
Really?
just cuts off. Yeah. So
Huh.
yeah, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but apparently the thing just cuts off. So it
You have a
stops
lemon,
downloading.
maybe? I wonder if you have a lemon.
I don't know.
Because I have because like I was telling you, the homie John, he's downloaded quite a few games already. He got it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was just yesterday. Yeah, so we got it yesterday, and yeah, he's had a great time with it. Like total opposite of what it sounds like the struggle city. I mean, I already know that that's horrible, man. Because like we're talking about the PS4 all the time, always downloading these damn updates that take forever. So I know it must be frustrating to get a new console and then you can't even get a game going. You know?
So I looked at like different discussion boards, and so there was a lot of different server issues, like to the point where people couldn't even sign into their Xbox Live accounts. Some people were having the same issues with like download speed. So, I've also heard, I'm not the biggest Xbox like gamer. My primary console has always been PlayStation. That doesn't say that. I say that saying that I've owned an Xbox 360 and I owned an Xbox Series. What was that? A Series One or whatever they called it, the last gen console. Series
Xbox One.
Xbox
Yeah.
One or something like that.
Xbox One.
So I've had one. I've had Xbox, Microsoft consoles before, but obviously anybody who knows me, I play a majority of the titles on my PlayStation. So I'm not. I may be a little bit more biased, but honestly, I played Forza Horizon, Forza 4, Forza 5,
Forza?
Forza.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, the graphics on it is dope. Like that's the only game I've been able to play. So they upscaled it to because it was an Xbox One game. They upscaled it to a 4K so that it's compatible with the next gen consoles. I mean, it's dope. Like I'm not gonna, as far as presentation, it's amazing. The Xbox Game Pass is actually amazing too. So theoretically, I bought Forza, Gears of War 5, and Gears of War Tactics. And then, so those three games are actually on Xbox Game Pass. So theoretically,
Okay.
I didn't even need to buy any of those games, which I'm about to take them back because it's free. So the gaming subscription is free it's $1 for the first month. It's like $14.99 after that. They got a whole bunch of titles on there, bro. So they got all of the Dead Spaces. They have all of the EA Sports games. So all the way up to the So they have like all the Madden games that were on the old consoles all the way up to last year's Madden. They don't have Madden 21 or FIFA or any of that stuff. UFC 3 is all the way up there. So you have UFC 2, and then UFC 3. That's on the cloud-based system too. So the selection actually is not that bad. It's just the freaking downloads, bro. There is no reason why I went to bed after 11 last night and I woke up this morning and I was at 98% downloaded Frozen. Or Forza.
Yeah, that's
that makes it's
something's
too much,
wrong.
bro.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's the servers. I mean, I'm sure it'll improve.
It has to
long term. So, but yeah.
So I mean, I was able to download one game, not bad.
Yeah.
But also, I think what based off of what I heard and what I went to GameStop yesterday to pick up my games. And I was just kind of curious, and I said, "Hey, have you guys been busy?" And they were like, "Well, we were busy this morning because apparently they had like a couple of extra systems, the Series S, not even the Series X. So they had the cloud, the diskless system, basically at a first come first serve type of thing.
Basis.
So So they had a couple of people, that were able to actually cop one on launch day. And I said, well, are you guys expecting to be busy on Thursday? And the manager was like, nah, not really, because Sony actually, what they're doing is they're basically whoever has in-store pickup, those are going to be the only consoles that are available. They don't have any extra ones. And Sony intentionally did that. They said they intentionally did that because of COVID. So they didn't want people standing in line, for something that they're 95% chance they're not going to get. So basically, I say that saying to people, if y'all better know a plug or y'all better know something, because tomorrow you're going to be taking L's left and right if you're thinking you're just going to be able to walk up to a store. And that's for all retailers. So it's not just GameStop. They said Target, Best Buy, Walmart, all of those places, they're not having any extra consoles available for walk-ups. So they'll be on sale online tomorrow, or probably they might be on sale right now. Actually, I haven't looked online because it's 12 on the East Coast. It might be on sale now. But outside of that, there's not going to be any walk-ups for you to be able to like, hey, can I get one? So I say that saying that I think Sony only has 2 million units that are going to be available tomorrow. So the first 2 million. So we'll see how that goes. I expect possibly their service to be down, but also at the same time, Call of Duty's not coming out till Friday.
Yeah.
So that gives Sony a day in advance to kind of figure some stuff out too. So we'll see what ends up happening, man.
Yeah, you mentioned the fact that the Xbox Game Pass. I mean, that sounds like a W right there. And I'm wondering, like, that kind of makes me think, like, yo, the Series S, that might actually be a good deal,
It's
especially if you
not.
can get it with the Game Pass. But
It's not.
the storage is really it's weird because it's a digital only console, but you have half the storage of what the Series X has. I get it's the lower, um, what is it, lower tier console that they released,
Right.
but it's like,
Right.
man, if you're relying on using just digital, you would think you'd apply more or provide more storage space initially. Because once you just buy more storage space, it's like another $100 or so. You're close to just might as well just buy the Series X.
That's
So
true. And then I think
I've been tempted to get the S, but then that
I think you
alone
and
just
I even
makes me
talked
think,
about that.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think you and
alone
I
just
were.
makes me not want to get it. So
Yeah, I know you and I were kind of on the fence when they announced the next gen consoles if we were going to go cloud based and
yeah,
go with the Series S. And I think I even was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get it." And I think what deterred me is that I think even the processor isn't the same as the Series X.
yeah, it's
So
not
I
as
think
beefed up.
it's not as beefed up. So you're kind of missing a couple elements. But I mean, in all honesty, it ain't too many people that I know that's running around here with a 4K TV with 120 hertz processor on their TV as well. So
Right?
there's
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
mean, I got a 4K TV and I don't even have 120 hertz pumping out like that. So I mean, if you got it, more power to you. Like that's shout out to you. But like, I mean, in order for you to get that fully immersed 4K experience, I mean, you're
You're
going
gonna
to
be
have to be
paying.
you're going to be shoveling out some dough just for a brand new TV. So,
Yeah,
um,
and
I mean,
like, I mean, the TV costs are gonna drop, of course, like years from now. So I guess the Series X is more of a like a future proof type of
because it can upscale up to 8K or
console.
something like that. I
Yeah,
think.
but at the same time, it's like by the time that these 4K TVs with 120 refresh rate like drop in price, I'm sure there's going to be another version
The
of the
8K
console coming out, or maybe even a price drop of some sort or something like
an
that.
8K
So
an 8K with what a 240 refresh rate or something like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, I don't know, man. That's why like that's the Series S is kind of cool. Like three bills, and you get to like kind of experience the next gen. It upscales to 4K for a lot of the games, so it's kind of I don't know. It's still enticing to me because I don't really see myself playing that much. So
so yeah. So that's the thing. I don't see myself playing that much on the Xbox. Like as
yeah,
far as like the blockbuster title games, I think I'm still going to lean towards getting that on the PlayStation. But as far as like Fraza, if they were to ever come, like I'm gonna see how these new Gears of Wars plays. But I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be like a Gears 6. I may get a couple of Xbox exclusive titles on. I mean, obviously you have to get them on Xbox, but
yeah,
I'll see how it plays out then. But I mean, for the most part, it's not. Yeah, I think hindsight now, maybe for me, I probably should have went with the Series S. But also at the same time, had I known that a lot of these games that I kind of wanted to play were already on the Game Pass. So the Game Pass is actually clutch. The titles, as far as the titles that are on there, they have some good games. They have like Skate 3 on there, Batman,
yes. I want that game.
Arkham Asylum, or one of the
Well, the
Batman
Batman
games.
games are good.
The
They're
Batman,
good.
yeah. So it's the final one with the Batmobile. That one's on there. They have Dead Space. Dead Space was a really good smash hit.
Yeah.
Basically, all of the EA sports games, all of the EA title games, I think they're in cahoots with Microsoft. So they basically have all of their games are pretty much streaming all the way up to, as far as the sports franchises, all the way up to the year 20 games. So 2021, those aren't going to be on the cloud base
Of
for
course not.
obvious reasons. Of course not.
Yeah.
But they have
Yeah.
Battlefield on there. Battlefield's
Oh,
there.
okay. Okay.
They have Resident Evil 7 on their Biohazard. The new Doom is out there. All of the Gears of War are on there.
Dude, $15 a month?
It's not
That's
bad. It's not a bad. It's
that's a
not a bad thing.
steal. That's
Yeah,
almost a steal, man.
all of the Halos are on there for all
Well,
the
okay,
Halo.
so you got so I'm not 100%. I haven't used an Xbox in a while since the 360, so I didn't even get the Xbox One. So how does it work? So you got the Game Pass, but you also have to pay for like your Xbox Live, right? That's a whole totally separate thing.
I think the Xbox Live is in cahoots with Game Pass.
Oh, it's all included. I mean,
I think
that's dope.
so.
I'm all for that.
Because I've only gotten billed for that $1 for the free $1 trial, and then
Yeah.
after that it just says $14.99 a month after that.
Oh,
So I
you know what?
don't
That
see
makes
anything.
sense then, because like when you think about like, yeah, like the PlayStation, PS Plus, it's what is it? I don't even know how much it costs, $100 or whatever a year. I don't remember.
Right. The play
What
is
is
that the
it?
one? Is that the one
Just
where
to
you can
play
play
online.
online? Oh,
Yeah,
it's $60 a year.
$60. Okay, so $60, then you get like the 2 free games a month. So yeah, that makes
Right.
sense. I guess $14.99, you get a bunch of games, like a whole access to a whole catalog, and then also ability to play online. You know what? That makes sense. I think that's probably what it is then.
And some of the games, not to cut you off, some of the games are upscaled up to 4K, like they specifically made. So I think Gears of War 5 and 4, actually Gears of War 4 for sure, they literally upscaled that for it to be ran on an Xbox One or a Series X, I should say.
Yeah.
There's effort there, I mean, as far as so if you're a brand new consumer into the Xbox world, I think the Xbox Game Pass is super clutch. Like it gives you a whole content library. You literally get to download the game, so it's almost theoretically like Apple Music. You download the song or you download the album. You keep
Yeah.
you keep the download for however long you want, as long as you're paying the subscription. So once
Yeah.
you're done with it, you can delete it or do whatever you want. And the library is always revolving. So they got to cut. I mean, the day one titles on there isn't bad. It's actually, if I can figure out why the hell my damn Xbox is taking so long to download some of these games, it's not a bad thing. It's actually that's actually a cool thing that Xbox is doing.
That's what I was saying. Like that's the one. Like it sounds great, but if the servers are slow, then it's kind of
That
it
part.
can be really frustrating, man. Because
That part.
that's the exciting part. You're paying for this and you want to be able to use it, but if it's taking days and days in and days out to get stuff, I mean, I don't know. I've
Yeah.
heard mixed reviews on that. Like some people are just having a grand old time. Then there's other people that are like, man, this is struggle city. And
Yeah.
then I mean, I know you showed me earlier like people talking about their Xboxes smoking up and stuff. I don't know if that's like troll or if that's true. I don't know. It's too early. It's only been a day, so I can't really. I don't
Well, there's
know.
also been like influencers that I had their Xboxes and PlayStations for about a week now too. So
Yeah.
for their content, so like I know like your average consumer, Marcus
Yeah,
Brown.
he's on that. He loves the Xbox. So
Yeah, so he likes Xbox. I mean, and as far as like the presentation, as far as being able to like, if it's a cloud based game, like you can literally switch. You can open up like your iPhone. You can have like 5 or 6 different apps open at one time, and you can just
switch back.
switch back and forth. So if I
That's
wanted to
dope.
play, if I wanted to play Gears of War, the tutorial, and like it's for however far along I could get on the tutorial mode, I stopped and then I just switched back over to Frozone and just ran some races off of that. So that's actually not bad, being able to kind of like interchange on the cloud. So that's pretty cool. It's not a bad like everyone like, so I've probably had at least 6 people that have already asked me, am I coming up off this Xbox? To answer that question for anyone who's watching this podcast, I will have a definite answer by the end of this week. So probably by Sunday, I would have made my mind up whether I'm keeping it or if I'm flipping it. And I'm telling anybody right now, if I'm flipping it, you about to have a mean come up because I got 2 controllers, 4 games. You about to get blessed.
I'm first in line.
You are first in line. You are first in line.
Hey, I wanted to ask though, like in term. I mean, I know the server's trash right now, but in terms of, and you kind of touched on it, like. Let's be honest. PS4, Xbox One, it was super laggy. Just going through the menus. Even the PS4. They're pretty old systems, right? So
7 years old now?
it's pretty slow. Like there's a noticeable delay when you're going through the menu. How is it? I mean, you're gonna be able to find see how the PS5 is, but how is it on the Xbox Series X?
As far as just going through like
Just smooth as butter.
It's smooth as butter. Like the home
okay,
presentation is smooth as butter. Being able to present, being able to go from apps. I wish I could like
Screen share it.
screen share it or something like that on this podcast. But maybe next week we'll have some footage of the game systems. But it's the home so the presentation when you press the home button and you turn it on. It's fluid. Like you moving around. There's not really nothing lagging. It gives you a presentation of what games possibly need to be updated, what apps need to be updated, and things like that. Or it shows you right there in your queue what games are being downloaded at what megabits per second at that. So it's telling you what the Mbps is right there on your home screen. So the presentation as far as your home screen goes, it's been a while since I had an Xbox One, so I forgot what like the whole Xbox One presentation is. But from hearing from other YouTubers and other influencers, stuff like that, they said that it's practically almost the same, but it runs really smooth. Cool. And so I'm interested to see how Sony does the PlayStation tomorrow, because I've heard that it's pretty much going to be about the same as well, just a little bit different. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Not to be biased, but I want to see how big the PlayStation is. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because
that thing looks monstrous, man. That thing looks humongous.
That Xbox, that ain't no pebble. Like, that thing is heavy, bro.
Yeah.
So the Xbox, the Series X, it's a dumbbell. It's a solid dumbbell. It's going to be interesting to see what the spaceship of the PS5 is going to be looking like tomorrow. I'm very interested to see it, but I mean, if you take away my experience with the lagging and the crappiest download speeds, like as if I'm on AOL.com version
56K modem.
Bro,
net zero, limited capacity.
Yeah, net zero. What else did we have back in the day? AOL.
Yeah, I had AOL.
I had AOL too, version 10.
Struggle City was net zero, man, because it was free, but you had
net zero was bootsy. Yeah, it was free.
Whack. You had a limit to how much data you can use before you can't use it no more. And then you would dial in. Man, that was horrible, bro. The AOL was key. Anyway, you don't want download speeds at that speed in this current time.
And that's where we're at. And that's where we're at. And, so I say that saying you take away the download speeds of the Xbox Series X. In all honesty, bro, it's not bad. It's not that bad. I would probably say I would give it a solid. So, we always say dope or note. Mm-hmm. It's a dope. It's dope. The answer is it's dope. And this is coming from a guy who's not an Xbox guy. Like I think some of the things that they have on there is dope. Two things. It's freaking 2020. Why are we still using AA batteries for our controllers? That would be my biggest takeaway on that.
Oh yeah. They're using the old control. Wait, is the controller new? Because what I heard is that it's pretty much the same as the old ones, just maybe a little different design. But the old ones are compatible too, though. So that's
so the old ones are compatible to the new Xboxes. But the controllers look the same. It's practically the same. Just the design is just a little different. I think.
Yeah, AA batteries, man. That's kind of
like,
whack.
It's 2020. It's 2020. Like, why the hell are we still using AA batteries? Like, that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, and they zap out real quick. But I do know that, you can get the rechargeable ones, too.
But even those are kind of...
Yeah, I mean, it's like the one even with my 360, I still got my 360 because, yes, I know, man. You told me the bad news. GameStop said they'll pay about a penny for my 360.
Like
so, yeah.
$25 or something like that,
yeah, so even with the 360... the controllers, I have like the little battery packs, and then I have it on a dock, and you can just charge it. So it's kind of cool, but yeah, out of the box, AA batteries.
The cool thing is they include AA batteries with you, so it ain't like you got to be scrambling.
Yeah, so it lasts you for 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, so there's that. So that's the bootsy part of it. So it's like, it's 2020. Why are we still using AA batteries for our gaming systems? That's nitpicking. I don't know. I don't think it's even nitpicking. Like, we've had Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now we're on the Xbox Series X. That's three
generations.
That's 3 generations. And we're not even talking about the original Xbox, but that was a wired controller. So that's all. That's neither here or there. So we're talking about 3 gaming systems, and we're still on AA batteries. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Why can't Microsoft figure out how to get a rechargeable controller? That's just bootsy, bro. It's just super bootsy. That would be my number one nitpicking thing outside of the downloads. But other than that, it's I like it. It's different. It's different. I like it. I like the Game Pass. I'm a huge fan of that. Like, shout out to Microsoft making that happen, because the titles on there, MIKEO, like, it's not bad. It's some good titles on there, bro. Good titles. It's something for everyone on there, for sure. There's something for everyone. Like, there's shooters, there's RPG games.
They got any of the Halos on there?
They do got some. They got a majority, practically all the Halos on there.
Wow. Okay, that's
So
cool.
you got So you got practically all of the Xbox exclusive titles are on there.
Okay.
And including with all of the EA, so Battlefields, Maddens, FIFA, UFC, NBA Live, even though nobody plays live.
Nobody plays that trash.
NASCAR is on there. Let's see what else is on there. I told you Resident Evil 7's on there.
Yeah.
They have just Crackdown that's on there.
Crackdown, dude, that game was kind of fun. I remember that one.
Yeah, Crackdown was a little cop game, little cop in the future type of joint.
Yeah.
Then they also have like app games, like the Power Ranger game was a popular game that people were playing on their apps, on their phones, I should say. So that's on there. So it's something for everyone out there. They got kiddie games too. But yeah, I think my biggest takeaway is just how many legitimate titles were available on the Xbox Game Pass. Like I was kind of surprised by that when I was like, "Ooh, they got Dead Space, they got Batman, Arkham Knight, they got that Battlefield, all of the Gears of War. I'm talking about from Gears of War 1 all the way up to the newest one that just came out yesterday. Like,
and they're upscaled.
I don't know. I know Gears of War 4 and 5.
Some
or
of
I
them
don't know if so some of them are. I don't know if the Batman game is upscaled, but even then, like we're still talking about your old system that was yesterday, so let's not act that brand new about the graphics being bootsy when you was just playing your Xbox Series 1 or Xbox One yesterday. So let's
you know
take
what?
it easy.
That's kind of cool, man. Because like for me, I don't buy that many games, right? There's only a certain select games that I would actually pay money for. So that like that Game Pass is kind of a perfect situation where I'll be busy, man. I'll be busy. There's so many games to choose from, and then when a game comes out that I actually want to cop, I can cop and also play that. But
right,
yeah.
Or if
Game
you're in
Pass
between
sounds,
games, or if you're in between games, like where you're trying to wait for a new game to come out. So it's dope. It's definitely a dope, man. So, you got anything? You say you had something to review.
I just bought something. Let's see. So, let me see. Let me pull it up real quick right here. So I'll screen share it just so you can see what I got here. So here we go. The Echo Studio. All right. So, wow. On Amazon, it's not even available until December 21st. That's crazy. So, here's the situation, right? So, what is the situation? I guess I just wanted to buy a new speaker, right? So, I have an Echo. What the hell I have? Echo Plus or something like that. It's like a generation old or whatever. And that was downstairs. And as you know, I'm getting downstairs. We got to repaint it, and we're getting the floors redone. So there's nothing down there right now. So I have the Echo Studio, not Echo Studio, the Echo Plus upstairs right now. And I'm like, man, it'd be kind of cool to maybe get a new speaker for downstairs. Then I gotta have one for upstairs and one for downstairs. And I went into Best Buy, and we had a discussion about the HomePods, the HomePod Minis. There's a Google too, but I don't really mess with Google like that. So for me, it's either. I mean, I'm already in tune with Amazon, the whole Amazon ecosystem, and also with the Apple ecosystem. So I was in there and I was looking. There was, the HomePod's kind of expensive. Mini's not out yet.
HomePod, and I'm so sorry not to cut you off. I'm a HomePod owner, and it's cool, but I mean, I'm not using it to its fullest capability. So I would probably say you did a great job, probably saving your money. So I'm actually interested in hearing what you got to say about the Echo, because I don't know nothing about the Amazon ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, the price, right? So HomePod's $299. This one retails for $199. Heads up, Black Friday, I think it's going to be $159. So I'm gonna hit up Best Buy and get my $40 back. But anyway, I was looking at. So there was the Echo. Well, first of all, here's a funny story. I went into Best Buy, right? And I literally was going to go in there and just get the regular Echo. Like the new regular Echo is like a big round bulb, like a ball. It looks literally like the HomePod Minis.
Okay.
And it's like a little ball, right? And they were like $100. So I was just going to get that because I thought the sound was good. I went in there and then this dad with his son was like, I had a shopping cart, right?
Okay.
And then
bro,
and then
you doing some serious shopping at Best Buy with a shopping cart, bro.
For real, right?
Like
and
if you go to Games, if you go to Games, or if you're at Best Buy with a shopping cart, be like you dropping some dimes in there, bro.
Yeah, and it
Like,
was here. Let me unshare the screen. But yeah, wait, how do I unshare this? Here we go. Yeah, so I went there and I know they had some in stock because Best Buy, like when you go on Best Buy's app, you can search for a specific store and it'll tell you if it's in stock. So I went in and then I went to the shelf and I was just gonna grab the $99 Echo. I'm like, where the hell are they? It's all gone. And then I looked in the dude's cart. He had like 10 of them in his cart. I was like, bro, you gonna really take all of them? Like, and then
did
I was kind of like,
did you talk to him?
no, but I was listening to him. I'm not gonna be rude, but he was talking to his son.
Yo, my man, you need 15. You need 15 speakers, B. Like, are you flipping up? Yeah. Are you on Amazon selling Amazon products, B?
No, he was telling his son. He was like, yeah, maybe we can have this one in the garage. We can have this one in your room. So he was trying to set up his whole house, kind of like, the HomePod Mini where, you can have them in the room and talk. But I don't know if the Alexa is capable of that. But anyway, I was just like,
know something that we don't.
Yeah, because I was kind of mad, bro. I was like, dude, there's none here. Like, I came here for this $100 like speaker and he took all of them. They're all in the cart. So I was like, yeah.
I'd have been salty. I'd been like, yo, my man.
Yeah, but then here's the thing. So he was still hanging around the area because he had like the Ring doorbell in there. He was trying to smart up this whole house, I think.
Oh, he doing the most.
Yeah, so he was hanging out there. So I kind of just stood there for a little while to see if he would put one back on the shelf. Right. But while I was looking at the shelf, I saw this thing called the Sonos One. It's like it's compatible with Alexa, but it's not an actual Amazon device. And then so I tested that out. I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty good. Like, and then I tested out the regular Echo, the one that I was gonna get for $99. I'm like, yo, this sounds like shit. I compared to the Sonos. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want this.
Sonos is lit. It's a sleeper. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I really want this little Echo anymore. Like, you know what? You can have all 10 of those. Just be my guest. So I was looking at the Sonos, and then next thing you know, next to the Sonos was this Echo Studio, and I'm not really. I don't know too much about all the Alexa devices. I just had literally the reason I got my Alexa device was not for the sound quality. It was literally because my lamp. I told you my lamp switch, it broke, and I didn't want to buy a new lamp because they're hella expensive. So I just put a smart bulb in there and used Alexa to turn it on and off. So that's all I know about it, right? So I was like, man, this studio looks kind of cool, and it kind of resembles an AirPod, HomePod, as you can see in that picture. So I played the demo of that. It blew me away, man. The sound was like, it's not the best sound, right? But 199, it thumps hard. And I was like, whoa, okay. So, yeah, I picked one up. I brought it home. I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, yeah, about that Echo, that $99 Echo speaker. Yeah, I got this instead. So I set it up. And, I have my Amazon account. I'm already logged in. Like, I have the app. I'm already logged in with the Echo Plus. And then, so this Echo Studio, I just set it up. And then the reason I like it is because, it's just like Siri. You can say, hey, how's the weather today? Or if you have a random question like, yo, what the hell is a kangaroo? I don't know, whatever you want to ask, it'll tell you. So, and then it can also remind you too, right? So, I use Apple reminders on my phone, but then there's also through the Alexa app, you can have Alexa remind you. It'll like scream at you when it's time, and it'll also notify you on your phone. And I also have like the Ring doorbell. So the Ring doorbell is compatible with the Alexa devices. So it's in essence, when someone rings the doorbell, the Alexa speaker's telling me, hey, someone's at your front door. Someone's at your front door, right? So it made sense for me to have the weaker speaker up here, and then because when I'm upstairs, I can't hear it, right? Because the speakers are always downstairs. So now I have the main one downstairs, and I have this one up here. So it kind of just makes sense for me to have the Alexa device versus like a HomePod or like a Google, just because I'm intertwined with it already. And cool thing is also I have Spotify, right? So you can play music through Amazon Prime Music, but it's also compatible with Spotify. You can literally tell, and I have my account linked to it, so I can literally tell, hey, Alexa, play blah, blah, blah on Spotify, or play my playlist, blah, blah, blah on Spotify, and it'll play it. What I didn't know and I'm just ignorant to this, is so I had the two speakers next to each other because I was testing it out. I'm like, okay, let's see how much better it sounds. So, in Spotify, you can select which speaker. So I did the plus, the old one first, and I'm like, actually, this speaker doesn't sound that bad. Maybe I'll return the studio speaker. Then I changed it to the studio speaker, and I went, oh, shit. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm keeping it. And then one other option is everywhere. So I guess it'll play on every Amazon speaker that you have. So I put everywhere, and both speakers played the song at the same time. I'm like, yo, this is sick. Like, I'm sold, man. I'm sold. So currently I have the studio downstairs, and then I have the Echo Plus actually in the hallway behind me, behind this door right here. And yeah, man, it's good, man. I guess if I had to rate it, yeah, it's a dope, man. I'm the king of returns. I'm not returning this, man. It's great. Like it and you can even EQ it. You can adjust the EQ in the app.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so if you don't like how the default sound is, you can boost up the bass, you can boost up the treble, the mids, whatever you want to do, or you can bring it down if you like. But you already know I turn them up a little bit. So
you got to, man. You always got to. For all the audio files out there, you definitely got to do that. I never knew about the whole Alexa and the Amazon ecosystem. So I know we're kind of biased here. We're definitely Team Apple, but I mean, one thing I'm not Team Apple about is that goddamn HomePod. Like, I think that thing's overrated.
It sounds good though, right? Because that's what most people say.
The sound quality is dope. But I also have Sonos speakers in my bedroom, and the sound quality on the Sonos speakers are probably better than the HomePod.
Yeah.
But the HomePod does fill up my whole house. Like, you can literally hear the HomePod from practically almost, and it's in the corner of my house. Where I have it is in the corner of my formal living room. But you can still, like, if I turn that thing and turned it up, you can hear it all the way up here in this bed and the studio. So, I mean, that's a good review, and I mean, it's something that I need to look at, because all you need to do is just have a Prime membership to have Alexa, right?
Yeah. You have a Prime membership, you log in with it, and everything kind of works together.
Not saying that I'm a get a speaker, because Lord knows
you have enough, I think.
Yeah, I got enough speakers. I got the HomePod, and I also have that Bose speaker, which that thing knocks. That thing actually, I think I paid $350 for it. I think I paid $3. I know it was in the threes. Anywhere between the low $3 to $350 is what I pay for that thing, and that thing is worth every penny. In fact, in my gym, I actually still use that over like using my TV that I just got installed in there. So I'm still using the iPad and having the Bluetooth put up on the Bose speaker, and I have it. I have shelves in the room, so I have it on the top shelf, and it sounds like a home speaker, like a home theater system in there. So. That's not a bad idea. Well, and actually, come to think of it, Bose is actually incorporated with Alexa too. It has Alexa built into it.
Yeah, the Sonos one was as well. But when I was reading reviews on it, because I think it sounds better than the Echo Studio. But then I'm more like, for this situation, it's not just a speaker; it's also for the integration of being a smart device too.
Right.
So I was reading on it, and then the Sonos, it's nice, but I guess it's also a little more difficult to have work with Alexa than, I guess, an Alexa device, right? So,
right.
But what most people say is, the HomePod probably is the best sounding smart device / speaker, like the hybrid of having both. But yeah, it also costs a little more too, and you have to be in the Apple ecosystem. I mean, I know you can play Spotify through the HomePod through like AirPlay.
Yeah, it's AirPlay. Same thing with Pandora, as opposed to just if you have if you're in the Apple ecosystem, you could just say, "Hey Siri, yada yada yada," and it'll do what it's supposed to do. So
you know what? It's dope to have options, I guess. I mean,
that's for sure. For sure, I think it's Sonos is. I think people. Well, I wouldn't say people sleep on Sonos. I think Sonos doesn't get enough credit for what they do. But I heard their sound bars are even dope too for like your TVs. I've heard that. I've heard good things about their sound bars, which, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I feel like they do a pretty good job. I just didn't, I know Google. I feel like the Google little joints are trash to me.
They're garbage, man. When I signed up for Spotify, they gave one of the little mini ones out for free
Yeah,
for every
yeah,
membership. So I have one of those, and it just sucks, man. It's just not. It's not there. It's just not there.
yeah,
None of it's there. Like the smart aspect of it isn't there.
yeah.
I mean, for the mini, the sound quality's trash. But I don't. Would they even have like a bigger speaker? I don't know. I don't even know.
I haven't seen one. I don't pay enough attention to them, honestly.
Me neither. Me neither.
I know that their phones aren't that bad, but that's about all I know.
Yeah.
The camera phones.
Google Pixels. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all right.
Probably. It's in competition with Apple in terms of being the best smartphone camera. So,
Right.
you can put Pixel at 1 or you can put iPhone at 1. They're going to flip-flop however way you
Right.
put it, which one
Right.
and 1 second place. So, yeah,
Right.
it's
1A,
got
1B.
that for sure.
Right.
So,
1A, 1B kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So tell me about the story you were telling me the other day about some this technique that you were telling me about some tea. And we're not talking about boba tea, right?
No, man. So I found out a new diet plan. All right.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
So here's the thing, man. Calorie counting is good, of course. You just but you really got to watch what you eat. But here's the thing, not really. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay. You can eat whatever the hell you want, man. Like today, I had Panda Express, right? I had Panda Express. But here's the thing: after you eat Panda Express, make sure you drink hot tea, because hot tea burns the fat, and burns the calories, man. Like, it has to be hot though. It can't be iced. So if you're an iced tea fan, you're out of luck. I'm sorry, but hot tea, and hey, the darker the better too. Like if you just steep it for a very long time, keep it hot, drink it afterwards, and you're gonna lose weight, man. You're gonna eat like this Panda Express meal, 3 items with. Oh, I'm telling on myself. Man, my bad.
Yeah, 3
Just
items,
2 items.
bro?
No, 2 items. 2 items.
Nah,
2
man,
items.
don't incriminate yourself now. You on wax, bro. You had 3 items, man?
Sometimes I do, but today I had 2.
You was hungry then.
But here's the point: it doesn't matter.
Hungry today.
It doesn't matter.
You have egg
right?
roll with it too?
No, I didn't. I was gonna get one of those crab things, but I said no. But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. So, 1,200 calorie meal, right?
On the low
1,200
side.
calorie meal in front of your face. Go ahead, enjoy it. No guilt. Just have a hot cup of tea next to you, and make sure you drink that right away because it burns all the calories. You don't gain any weight. Your cholesterol's good. The tea is magic, like hot tea. Okay.
So what kind of tea are you drinking? Like oolong tea, green tea, or?
You can do oolong, you can do jasmine, green. Those are my preferences. It has to be one of those though. So oolong, jasmine, green tea, even black tea, English black tea. The
British
I think
joints?
that's what the British
Black
joints.
tea, yeah.
So yeah, man, those all work. I've tried every single one of them, and it's been working for me, man. Like so I've been eating really bad for the last
On purpose?
2 weeks. Yeah, to do this test with the tea. So
Oh my gosh.
So 2 weeks ago, I was like 205 pounds, right? And I've been eating like crap, but drinking tea afterwards, hot tea. And 2 weeks later, I weighed myself. I'm 208, so I gained 3 pounds.
I mean,
Wait,
it's
that's
a
not
theory.
good. That's not good. I should be losing weight.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't do this diet anymore.
You might want to,
Oh, man.
drink some water.
Hey, man, I have water. That's
So here's
like,
the thing about me and hot drinks, bro.
You
We
don't
don't
have
get
drinks.
along. We don't get along. Like here it is in Las Vegas, and I think the low tonight is going to be in the low 30s. And I'm still drinking ice water, like legit, cup full to the brim. Full.
But who drinks hot water though?
There's people that drink room temperature water.
Yeah, I'm good with room temperature, but cold is better. But tea
Ice
though,
cold, bro.
what about tea though?
I can't do it, man. Can't do
All
it.
right, this diet ain't gonna work for you.
No, I'm not even gonna try eating like
Guess
garbage
what?
for 2 weeks.
But guess what? This diet ain't gonna work for anybody. It's full of crap. I just disproved my whole point, man.
Your hypothesis, your theory just went exit stage right, bro.
It did.
I mean,
I guess
but people. So I've heard the theory of like, okay, it's funny that we're having a army story on Veterans Day because I try not to tell military stories on this podcast. I don't know why, but okay.
Do it, man. If they're
Anywho's.
entertaining, I don't care.
Well, no. So when I was overseas, and this was my first deployment in Iraq in 2010, 2011, there it was, bro. Las Vegas is hot, but like Iraq is like hot. Like it was heat that I've never experienced before. So like I would see the little Iraqi joints outside drinking hot tea. And I was like, yo, my man's like, it's 1,000 degrees out here. Like, why are you drinking hot tea, bro? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I was like, I'm hot looking at you drinking the hot tea. Like that, this is concerning. Like you're going to die of overheat exhaustion because your body's trying to cool off, but you're drinking hot tea. He said, actually, it's doing the counter thing. Because it's so hot outside, you're drinking hot tea, your body's going to try to cool the hotness off, and it actually cools your body down by drinking something that's extremely hot in a hot weather setting. I don't know how true it was.
That sounds as pooey as my story I just said. I don't know, man.
But I've heard people even like in Japan that do that. So like Japan, it gets really, really humid out there. And I remember my grandmother saying the same thing. Like she used to drink hot green tea all the time. Like the pot was going. And she was like, it's actually better to drink warm or hot tea. So when you go outside, you actually feel cooler because you've been drinking hot stuff all day long. I'm not trying these theories because I'm always hot 300, like all day long, 24/7. I'm always hot. So I'm not trying these theories, but I've heard that if you're in a hot setting, if you drink something hot, you'll net zero, basically.
I wonder how much of that is placebo.
I don't know.
98%.
I mean, I'm not trying this theory.
I don't mind. I'll try it, but I mean, I'm not out in Vegas, so I can't really experience the extreme heat. Hell, ain't nobody experiencing no damn heat right now. I'm freezing, man.
Yeah, it's cold out here. Yeah, it's cold, bro.
Like, I mean, it was weird. Is like, I don't know. I feel like it hasn't been cold in a while. So like, we average out here like 80. I know this ain't nothing for you, but like 80, 90, mid 90s and stuff.
Right.
It went from that to 55, and I'm like, bro, that's it's like a 40-degree drop.
Yeah.
So my body initially, I was like, man, do I have a flu? I don't know what. I'm like, I feel cold as hell. But now I think I'm getting used to it. But yeah, man, this is my favorite time of the year, though. I love winter. So
I don't, man. I don't like the fact that it's 4:15 and it's dark.
True. That's what I hate. Well, how about this? Why do they even do daylight saving? Man, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that. Arizona don't do it. Why do we need that still?
Colorado don't do it either.
What's the point, man?
I think Arizona doesn't do it.
Hawaii don't do it either.
Hawaii don't do it either. Yeah, I was going to say Hawaii don't do it. It's like, I know it had something to do with the farmers back in the day.
Like the 1600s, man. Come on, man. We got clocks now. We're good, man.
Exactly. So, and plus, not to mention daylight, this whole little fall back thingy. It's only for like 3 months. Like we're about to spring the clocks forward back in March. So it's legit like only 4 months that we do it. And I know, Arizona doesn't do it. Hawaii don't do it. I think Colorado's on like mountain time or something like that. So they don't even. Yeah. So they don't. I mean, I don't even. Yeah. So I don't know, but it's ridiculous, bro.
I'm done with it, dude. And I mean, I love winter though. But to your point, yeah, man, 5 o'clock rolls around and the sun went peace out. I'm like, yo, that's too early, man. Like it makes the day seem so much shorter. Seems like we're getting robbed of time. You know?
Does.
So,
it does. It does. It just. Yeah, like I feel like I can't get anything done by the time 4:45. It's like I'm not going. I don't want to go anywhere. Like I want to go home.
Well, just today, man. Just today, it was like 5:45, and I'm like, all right, I need to walk my dog out. So I grabbed his leash, put his leash on, walk outside. I'm like, man, we're not gonna be out here that long because I can't see anything. It's just pitch black. So
right.
Yeah, I don't like that aspect of it, but I do like. I don't know. I'd rather be in cold than hot. I think I'm
the opposite.
Yeah. I don't like hot. Here's the thing: if it is really hot, you can only take off so much clothes until you just butt naked. Right. But when it is freezing, and freezing cold is a horrible feeling. But at least you can always layer up, and then get warm. So
that's true. That's a fair statement.
But
That's
that's
a fair
just me. But
statement.
you've been in Vegas for a while, so you're probably used to the hotter
You can
temperatures.
never get used to 120 degrees out here. Like
Yeah, that's
it's
torture.
yeah, it's not something that you get used to. But I mean, in all honesty, out here in Vegas, it's probably what from June till about September-ish. So it's about time like 4 months where it's like ridiculously hot, and then around October it starts cooling down. This week we've had a really bad cold front, and I think like tomorrow it's still supposed to go up to by the weekend it'll go up in like the 70s, like the low 70s. So, and then so the thing about November, it's really weird. I spend Thanksgivings out here where I've had to bundle up, and I've also spent Thanksgivings where I'm in basketball shorts too. So I don't know what kind of Thanksgiving it'll be. So you just don't know what kind of. But then I know like once when December comes rolling around, oh, it's brick out here, bro. It's like iceberg slim. So yeah, November's an interesting month. Like before we had this weird cold front, it was like 82, 83 degrees. And then next thing you know, it dropped down to 49, 50 degrees, like literally a 30-degree temperature drop. So
Huge extreme drop. I mean, that's an extreme drop. So
yeah, for sure. Like people get sick, and then we are in the middle of Rona season. Like
yeah, I mean, there's some some mornings I wake up and I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Like, oh snap, is that Corona?
is that it? Is that it,
bro?
Is it my number?
It's stupid though, man. Like, why, man? Why we gotta be? I'm speaking for everybody, but why I gotta be so paranoid about that damn thing? So I just check my temperature. I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool. Check.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about it. You know, we have enough stuff to worry about. So.
Yeah, we do. So yeah. So next week will be our
PS5, man.
PS5 Thanksgiving episode. Well, no, not Thanksgiving episode.
Thanksgiving? Not
No,
yet.
it's not Thanksgiving episode. That'll be the week after. So yeah, next week will be PS5 for sure. I will definitely have gameplay. I'm 50-50 on how these servers on the PlayStation Network's going to act up tomorrow.
It'll probably be crazy. It'll probably start off crazy. I mean,
I think so.
The PS5 is higher demand too, so I mean,
It's probably higher than Xbox demand, I think.
Yeah, unless Sony's like prepared for it and have enough bandwidth in the servers, and maybe it's okay. But who knows?
Right, that's true.
You let me know, man, and we'll see what you think about both systems, because you'll have more than enough time by next week to kind of like go through it and see what you like and compare them. Really,
yeah. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the Xbox. A lot more surprised because I mean, I don't know if anyone knows, like the Xbox was legit just on a fluke purchase. Like I had just too much assets with GameStop that I needed to unload, and I ended up literally just winning or being able to buy Xbox Series X. Like it was just I hit add to cart, put my stuff in, and it checked out right there on the day they released that they were doing pre-order. So it was a fluke purchase. So I'll take it and be based. If it's a fluke purchase and it's not bad, then hey, it is what it is. Do you have one quick question before we get off the air?
Yeah.
You watched the Apple presentation yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Give me a quick recap on it because I've heard so many dope things about it, and I'm salty that I bought this brand new laptop, but apparently I should.
Well, here we go. So
I didn't know that they were dropping a new laptop this year.
Yeah, well, that was the plan, but I didn't follow it to a T. But here's kind of a little brief.
Sorry, I know we're being extremely long on this. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Well, here it is though. Here's the funny thing. So first thing, when they did the introduction, they mentioned Apple Fitness Plus.
I heard about that,
but they did nothing after that. So we still don't know when the hell that's releasing. But anyway, so basically, this was discussed like on a prior presentation too, where they're going to have their own chip and no longer use Intel processing chips. So it's called the M1 chip, and it does a lot of good stuff, I guess. So they have the MacBook Air that's going to have the M1 chip. They have the Mac Mini and the MacBook Pro. So those are the first three.
Mac Mini?
Mac Mini. Yeah.
I'm going to look this up right now. Okay.
Yeah, the Mac Mini is like this. It's like this big. It's like the size here. It's like this big, and you just got to have an external display. You connect it to an external display. But yeah, so I mean, in Apple fashion, this M1 chip, of course, is going to improve efficiency, speed, especially with people that are working with video, audio, music. It just makes things a lot snappier. And in all honesty, it's kind of like they're kind of making these their computers kind of like it kind of gives me the vibe of like an iPad, but then as a computer. Like the battery life is like, if I remember correctly, on the MacBook Pro, it's like 20 hours.
Yeah, I did see that.
20 hours
20
on a
hours.
laptop?
Yep, I did see that.
Dude, that's crazy. And on the MacBook Pros, it comes with a studio quality microphone
I did see that
embedded
too.
in the laptop. Now, I'm
did see that.
curious to see how, coming from me, like I love this type of stuff. So I'm curious to see how studio-like it really is. I'm curious. So, but yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, I'm wondering, because one thing
I
that
see why
Macs
they ditched Intel.
yeah, their time with Intel made sense. They still made efficient computers, and it's good. But yeah, I mean, eventually they gotta have to branch off, and they gotta do everything
Start their own.
in house,
Yeah.
in home.
Yeah.
So it's good. It got me pretty excited. I mean, you really won't know how really the difference is until you start messing with one. But they also kept the prices pretty much the same, man. Like,
I saw that.
not astronomical increase, especially given like the benefits features that this new chip's going to provide. So, but this is the first lineup, so it's coming out. I don't remember. It's real soon, like next week. You can pre-order it or something. It'll be available before the end of the year. So this is the first. They did say it's like a work in progress, right? So, it's going to be years until they all they integrate everything and everything. But yeah, that's the grand scheme of the presentation. It was just that. It was like a 45-minute presentation. I was at least hoping for some Apple Fitness Plus, but we didn't get that. But that's fine.
Such is life. Yeah, and it is what it is. I'm actually looking at it right now. It looks like you can start taking deliveries from as early as the 27th of November is when it looks like you can they'll deliver them out.
16 days.
So anywhere between between the 27th and the 4th of December is when the first batch actually gets shipped to people who pre-order them. My interesting thing was this M1 chip is actually on the MacBook Air.
Yeah.
And so people were saying that basically you're getting like almost practically MacBook Pro stuff on the 13-inch MacBook Air for MacBook Air price. And so people were just like, we get it, but also at the same time, like that's probably the most bang. That's probably the most bang for your buck right there.
It is. I think the Pro is still the go-to if you're heavy into video editing, audio editing. If you're into photography, I still think the Pro is probably
because it comes with that one program as well. I can't think of it. Studio. What's it called? What is it called? Editor Pro or something like that.
Which one for what? Which one
for Apple for the Pro?
Well, you get iMovie. You get.
We got iMovie. It's
GarageBand. I mean, I don't think it comes with.
It comes with something else on there.
Oh, it does? Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't catch that.
I forgot what it's called. Basically, it's where you edit stuff on the Pro.
Video or pictures?
Video, like quality, like.
Talking about Final Cut Pro?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it comes with it, but that's available on there.
Yeah,
like for you
I'm sure it's going to run super smooth. I mean, it has to.
Yeah, Final
Cut is an Apple product. It's an Apple software. So, yeah, man. I'm excited to see what they do. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Unless you get it by other means, but I'm not supporting that. But yeah.
But
no, the MacBook Air is kind of like their phone. That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like their iPad, iPhone lineup, right? iPhone, I got the iPhone 12. They got the higher tiers, but most people are probably just gonna get the iPhone 12 because it's the best bang for your buck. It's like the MacBook Air. It's the most affordable option, and it has a lot of what the Pro does. But then, of course, the Pros cater towards a specific demographic that are going to pick those up. Like me personally, I probably get the Pro. I don't know. I have the Pro right now. I have a 2012 MacBook Pro, and it's still running strong. But
they hold their value.
They do. So
they do hold their value. So like one thing about buying, Apple products, and not to try to sound like we're Team Apple, even though we kind of are.
We are.
We are. We're definitely in the ecosystem. But the thing about it is, I mean, I've had my iPad Pro, the 2015 or 2016 version for like 4 or 5 years, and it's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Not a single thing wrong with it. Running smoother than ever. Like, I mean, when you buy an Apple product, like, you can hold on to it for a hot minute.
Years on it. And, here's all the PC people going, yeah. Well, I have a PC too, all right? And I like the PC, but sorry. They just don't compare in terms of quality and customer support. And, when they release the new like operating systems or updates, it's always an improvement, you know what I mean? So, that'll be end rant not rant, end discussion on that. But yeah,
Facts.
M1, yeah, that's gonna be fire. I can't wait to go to Best Buy and try it out and stuff. You know what I mean?
I wonder if I could take this old MacBook back and see if I just got to pay the restocking fee.
How long ago has it been?
I think I got it in September.
I wonder what. Maybe you can check in and see what kind of trade-in value. I mean, it's probably still pretty high.
I'm not trading this in, man.
Or you can probably sell it, dude.
I could sell it, but I'm good. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with it. I don't need anything else. Yeah, I'm good. This
you don't need the M1. Just wait for it to kind of do its thing for the next few years, and eventually probably get into it once it's more not stable. I don't want to say stable, but more like the standard.
People know what
I mean. Yeah.
When people are figuring out what its true capabilities are, what Apple even knows, what they've been able to do with it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, what I have now is perfectly fine. It gets the job done, and I'm happy. I'm like super happy with it. So
yeah.
Somewhere can find you at, my man.
I am Mike.o on the Instagram, and then also on the Twitch. I stream. This is one thing I use my PC for. I stream video games, so you can catch me on there as I am Mike, the number 0 and 1.
And you can find me at Money Compton on the gram. I don't know. With these next gen consoles, might get in the twitching world. Thinking about it.
Ooh, okay.
Thinking about it.
Cool.
Thinking
Let's
about
go.
it. Other than that, peace. Peace and blessings. Everyone stay safe, wear a mask, and keep it moving. We'll run this back next week.
Yes, sir. All right. I look forward to the PS5 Xbox comparison. Let's go.
Can't wait.
Peace.